Hello. So I just thought I would talk about some comforting and just chill, interesting reads, especially for this anytime and especially just with how stressful things are nowadays. Just some examples and tell me if this is gonna be interesting. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Supermega Saves Its Swoops, which I haven't watched any of the content, but I've listened to their podcast and don't go into this book serious, literally be chill because you won't appreciate it if you're serious. Trust me, I learned the hard way. But yeah, there's a lot of inappropriate humor and just so if you're honestly mature, you won't enjoy this. But it was a very chill, just shortly read, and I enjoyed it with the stresses of college. So yeah, you can get it anywhere. It's honestly the illustrations. I like the illustrations throughout the book. They did good with that. I appreciate that. So yeah, the next book. I have no way of segueing this, so I'm just doing it. So I apologize. But my next book, which I probably showed, is Buzzfeed Unsolved, Supernatural 102 Tales of Hauntings, Demons, and the Paranormal. It's by the obvious mind, Bergara and Madej, which I binge watched every episode probably multiple times now because I just enjoy it. I find it really hilarious, the entire sort of Buzzfeed Unsolved series. I enjoy it, especially the Goatman's Bridge and just Mothman, and when Wine had to go down a channel and Shane was yeah, I'm leaving, this is too scary, excuse me? That's so out of character for Shane, but I appreciate that personally. Also, the audiobook. I accidentally got an Audible, but I also got it for a friend. I did offer to get it for one of my family members because you should read this book with not just as audio, with the book and with the audio because it's just amazing. Oh my god, they commentary and stuff, and it's great. The commentary on the audiobook is slightly different than the physical, and I just think that's awesome personally. So yeah, I got it on Spotify. I'm probably gonna listen to it multiple times when I feel down because it's just great. I appreciate it. And just I definitely plan on getting the sign. It's one of my bucket list items. If you're aware of that, I don't know if I posted that. I did post, but I don't know if I said it was a bucket list. I don't know if I said that it was a bucket list item, but yeah, it is for me. So yeah. Anyways, they have a project called Vato, which you can go support. It's that sounds awesome. They have a lot of new content that I need to bring on, but yeah, it's great. It's well produced. Go support. They both are there, and just they create their own version of Buzzfeed Unsolved and all of that. So please go enjoy. It's probably called Ghost Files Debrief or something like that. They have something similar to Buzzfeed Supernatural called Ghost Files, but they also have Ghost Files Debrief or something like that. I don't remember, but yeah, what they do is really good, and you should honestly go support. They just great and overall just badass. They were also in SWAT, and I saw it. Let's not talk about that thing. My parents saw it was weird, but that was great anyway. But the next book I'm going to be talking about, which I literally finished just before recording this, and I don't know if you heard, but I slept my time before and there was nothing else. But yeah, just oh my god, this got me in my feels. Probably not expressively, but internally I felt everything within this book. You should totally go read it well. I just enjoyed this book in general. I went through a phase where I listened to most Hayley Kiyoko songs and just been listened multiple times to just Goes Like Goes and the remix album as well, which funny story, I used to play the remix album outside of my grandparents' house before we moved, long before that kind of. I thought I was cleansing the house of homophobia at the time. Don't ask. I don't know why. That's where my thought process was. But like, I enjoyed this book. Honestly, like, I could not put it down. I love the color sort of ways, just sort of slightly different colors. Like, I appreciate that. And this is personally like, this background color is personally like my favorite color. Like, this personally pleases me, and I've never looked at like, there's like the flap when it comes to books, but I have never looked at like books without, like hardcover books without the flap. So let's do this, shall we? It's I love the feel of it, and honestly, this cover suits it. Like, it's perfect. And just the cover art within is just great. Oh my god. Yeah, I was debating whether to just get this on the Kindle or just like for safety reasons, or to have it like physical, and so I got the physical just so that it's on myself. It's maybe like a background sort of thing, like just very subtly, like so support, like just have things that's better than being 100% out about it. That sucks. Oh my god. Like, I'm honestly not trying to get political or anything, but as an American who literally lives in America, like, or just anyone in general, you can't tell me that like all of this that's going on is not really just dumb in one way or another. Like, but yeah. Anyways, my next read, well, my final one that I want to talk about for this video is Rupi B Kaur's The Moon and Her Stars, which I've read pretty much all her books. I think I have like a physical copy of each of them just for the sake of it. But yeah, I kind of understand why people are not like as much of a fan of her per se, because this isn't like all of her books. I think it's just this specific one from what I recollect. But yeah, this one definitely was a read. It's like, I think poetry books are just good for like a relaxing vacation read, or just something mindless to read, because you can just like mindlessly read whatever's on the page and just still feel like you read something. Which is why I always try to have a poetry book or something with me on vacations or something, because I can just mindlessly read on the car and like not get car sick. But yeah, this one I would probably not read again, because just in general, I just feel like it's, in my opinion, personally half-assed. Like, I feel like it could have just been written better, but that's my opinion. Like, I don't know how to say this, but she literally talks like 3 pages about smelling someone's like fart or something when they get up from a chair. Like after they got up from a chair, like she literally talks about smelling that, and there's an illustration of it. Which her art style is different, so I'm not gonna say anything about that. But yeah, all of the other books are pretty good, but this one I wouldn't recommend personally. But besides that, Wattpad has good poetry books. I've read those, and just, if you don't want to read Rupi Kaur's books at all, Wattpad definitely has good poetry books from what I've read. Wattpad has good poetry books from what I've read back in the day. And just there are other poetry writers which you can look up. There's probably a good list to explain that, so yeah. But that's pretty much all of my sort of comfort reads and just chill reads for just whatever. I'll leave links to pretty much all of these in the description. Probably not Rupi B Kaur's. I'll just leave a link to her general sort of page. I just don't want to leave a link to this specific book, because it's like some of it I wish I could unread basically. So yeah. I hope you enjoyed this. I found this and found this interesting. Sorry if my voice is a little off, it's late at night. I'm recording this and just work kind of probably got me. So yeah, I'm happy to honestly I finished this before Pride Month ended because that was sort of why I wanted to read specifically one of these books. So yeah, specifically Goes Like Goes. Which, by the way, before I forget, my cousin also wanted to read this book too, and I hope she has been, because like, it's a good book. And just yeah, when I found out she was interested too, like she posted on her story, and just I geeked out because I haven't talked to that cousin in like a while, so hearing from her definitely got a smile to my face. Yeah, she's just awesome, and just like yeah, if she sees this, I hope everything's awesome. We should totally catch up at some point. I personally love that. And just yeah, I wish her and whoever sees her, whether it be herself or like whatever, the best. Yeah, I will go to bed and shut up and just yeah, fully.